Well, go on, everybody, man. So I hit St. Paul's Carnival with a brick, ruffled a lot of feathers. People are not happy with what I've had to say, but I don't care. Now, do I claim to have all the answers? No. Do I claim to know everything? No. Am I wrong and strong? No. But am I able to look at what is the cause, the root of an issue? Yes. So now, a lot of people are able to benefit from the way Carnival is now, yeah? It's disjointed, inconsistent, um, isolated, becoming to gentrified. There's a lot of uncertainty around it, which allows people to put their own spin on things, you know? But I don't look at things for the benefit of myself. I look at things for the core of what it stands for. So if I agree with the core and the moral of something, of what it stands for, then I'm a fight for that. I'm not fighting for it because it benefits me. I can look after myself. I can go around the corner and shout at my friends and listen to music by myself if I really wanted to. But that's not what it's about. It's about what Carnival is, yeah? So, like I said, a lot of feathers were ruffled. But before, do I want to? You know what? It's on my mind right now. It's kind of winding me up. Uh, because people are taking what I have to say and only highlighting one part of what I've said and missing the core of my message. And my message isn't don't have a stage. Sorry, my message is don't play the music. My message is stay to the core of what Carnival is. Now, this guy, I don't know who this guy is. I don't listen to house music. It's not my thing. Um, he's probably a good big guy in the scene, so shout him out for what he's done for himself. So shout him out. Don't know him. Don't have nothing against him. We just have a difference of opinion. So here's what he has to say. Yeah.
Guys talking like if Carnival decided to put Carnival on tomorrow and give him a slot, main stage, pushing his whatever he does, I don't know what the genre's called, UK rap, trap drill, whatever it is, he wouldn't take it.
Okay. So my issue is not to play music, bro. I'm not saying don't play music. I'm not saying do not play house. I'm saying do not have a stage dedicated to house. Why? I'll tell you now.
He would fucking take it. Yeah. So you might be able to make.
I've performed at Carnival before, bro. I have performed at Carnival before. Was was my performance on the people that performed on the stage running throughout the whole day? No, it wasn't, because it was a segment. And this is what I'm trying to get into people's minds. They can't wrap their head around what I'm presenting to them as an option, or sorry, as how it should be, is a segment. A segment is a brief time to shine a light on um something that has been newly formed from what this whole festival, sorry, not festival, because people are getting festival and a carnival confused, of what this whole carnival is and what has been given birth to. Shine a light on some of the children of that carnival has given birth to, yeah. And that performance stage is one of the children. House is another one of the children, yeah.
Statements like that, and all the other house DJs in Bristol just stands there and watches it. Not me, because I'm the face of it. I'm at the forefront of it.
Yeah, I don't know who you are. Okay,
I got it to a level to what it is now.
I'm big you up, bro. Like, well done. Anyone that sets out to do anything and achieves and is successful in it, I take my hat off to you, bro. The fact that you are able to go off and build something and become the face of it, quote unquote, shout you out. That's sick. That's lit.
Yeah, to wherever DJs from different cities can come and do a mad thing. Me, I did that. So I can't just let you talk about that online and not respond publicly. Like, nah, that's not.
So I'm saying, even the fact that man's smiling at it, like, shout yourself out. But bro, this is not a thing as a joke, bro. Like, I don't like, this isn't what it's about. It's not about pride, bro. I can see the pride in you. I don't know where you're taking it. You're taking it somewhere that I've not. I've mentioned something and now you've taken it and run off with it. What my core message is look at it like this. St. Paul's Carnival should, if in the ideal world, how I think Carnival should go, please let me know if I'm right or wrong. Main stage, from the morning till night, you should have the first very ever genre of Jamaican music in the first morning be played. He says, he goes on to say, I'm not educated. I might not be fully educated on this. I never said I claim to know all. So I don't know what the first actual genre or song of Caribbean came out, but that's due to the organizers and music professionals that are dealing with Carnival. Yeah, that's their responsibility to find out. Yeah. From the morning, you start with the very first type of Jamaican music, and the evening, sorry, at the end of Carnival, you end with the current state of Jamaican music. So let's just say, for an example, you start it off with blues or lovers rock or soul. Then it goes down throughout the hours, throughout the day to lovers rock, then throughout the day to reggae, then throughout the day to soca, soca, reggae, um, dancehall, new school, old school, and then you end it with however the music scene running at the minute. So dancehall right now is like trap, like skilly bang and stuff like that. Yeah, that's how the main stage would run. It would start with the earliest type of Jamaican music, end with the most recent current type of Jamaican music. That's how the stage would run. Yeah. Then you'd have a float. Each float represents a different country in the Caribbean. Whether it be however they want to tell the story of their country. It could be either be through dance, it could be through the pictures and paintings that they draw, it could be through poetry, it could be through a speech, it could be through the music they want to play. It can be whatever they want it to be, but it should be to educate and shine a light on the history and the cultural significance, because obviously all these Jamaica's not just the Caribbean. All these other Caribbean countries contribute to the culture of the Caribbean. So there needs to be a light shined on this aspect of Caribbean culture. Where did it come from? Everyone's so focused on Jamaica, but not all of the Caribbean traditions and the Caribbean culture that we highlight today all comes from Jamaica, comes from different parts of the Caribbean. And it should be the floats' responsibility to be highlighting what are these things that have come from the culture, okay? Or these countries, yeah? Then now, each road will coordinate and have the whole stage dedicated to one genre. So how the main stage is going to be a highlight reel from the beginning to current. Each stage will take a time period and stick with that genre, that time period, type of vibe. Yeah. So for example, now, okay, so and each stage has that. And then now you're going to be able to incorporate other types of music, because this gentleman, he does say something here which I like. I like what he says here.
What we're doing. Furthermore, underground UK house music stems from sound system culture, along with all the other genres that stem from sound system culture. Furthermore, most of us that are producing it and playing it are direct descendants of the Windrush generation.
Yeah.
Second or third. So how can you make a statement like that? That's mad. You sound uneducated, bro. Stop.
No, I'm not. I'm saying there shouldn't be a stage. There should not be a house stage, because that is not Caribbean culture. So you want to play the music? This is how the music can get played. Let me tell you how the music can get played. House music is very akin to, let's just say, because like I said, house music isn't my style, yeah. So let's say house music is an offshoot of jungle music, yeah. You have a jungle stage from whatever time to close, yeah. You want to have 2 or 3 house DJs on that stage, fantastic. And the fact that they're Caribbean descendants, immaculate. That is a snapshot crystallization of keeping Carnival's roots at the forefront of your mind. because now you have a stage dedicated to the Caribbean originality. So like you want to bring the countries here. So the way we bring the countries here is by having stages play the countries or that time capsule or that time frame's music consistently as a whole stage, yeah? And then you show the evolution and you, because it's in the UK, right? Of course, duh. So now the UK descendants that have evolved jungle into house, run with it. Have your 3 hours of house on that stage. But my gripe is not the fact that house music is being played, it's the fact that last time I went to Carnival, at the bottom of Campbell Street, you know, the street by Governor Road, that strip in the park just by the community centre, there was house music playing from morning till night. House music playing from morning till night. Went further around the corner, dubstep playing from morning till night. Why is dubstep and house being played from morning to night at a Caribbean carnival? Festivals, they have different types of genres, music's playing on different stages. They'll have a rock stage, they'll have a pop stage. Some of them will have rap stages, yes. Um, you'll have, I don't really listen to European English music trends, so I can't think of any more on the top of my head, but they'll have multiple different stages playing different types of music, but it stays in the white culture of music. And Caribbean is meant to be uh, uh is meant to be a version of that, but as the Caribbean as the forefront anchor. Each stage can be different genres, different time frames, but it's all with under the umbrella bracket of Jamaican, Caribbean, other Trinidadian soccer stages. Now, moving on to the Amapiano comment I mentioned, because obviously it seems as if people were very triggered and didn't really, I don't think I articulated my message very clearly, even though a lot of you guys agreed with it. It got a lot of pickup, a lot of people agreed with it. But the people that are benefiting from it don't see it this way, because did I perform at Carnival before? Yes. Would I perform at Carnival again? Yes. Would I sacrifice performing at Carnival to allow the roots of Carnival to be put back at the forefront of its mind and that Carnival doesn't lose its identity? Yes. And that's what this gentleman, I don't know his name, I don't really want to give him too much promotion, but shout him out. That's what he's fails to understand, is that yes, you may have a place. Your music may be allowed to be played. Your music may be an offshoot of Caribbean culture, sound system culture. Is it the essence of Carnival? No. Do you need to sacrifice the benefits you're able to receive for the way that Carnival is now to allow Carnival to go back to its roots? Yes. Do you need to sacrifice a house dedicated stage so to allow room for the Jamaican or Caribbean influences that paved way for this, for your music that you claim to love and make a way for now? Yes, it does need to make way for it. So that's what you're forgetting. Now, to move on with the Amapiano stage, we've got some people. Uh, hold on. Let me come off of this. Don't want to expose data protection and that. Now, I need to go onto my profile. I'm just gonna get up my my video, because my video had a lot of people skiddy. So um mm, mm, mm. Sorry guys, bear with me. Okay, let's go here. Yeah, oh no, not here. Here. Cool. So now obviously I had a lot to say about this Amapiano stage. They're in the same boat as house music. So, is the Caribbean an offshoot of African culture? Yes. Is African culture Caribbean culture? No. That's a fact. Caribbean culture is African culture. Yeah. Now, it's like Caribbean culture is evolved from Africans, Nigeria and Ghana, these sorts of places, which is why we share so many of the same slang words, so many of the same food. Even Ghana grows so much ackee. They don't eat ackee in Ghana, but they grow so much ackee. If um, the African diaspora, which includes the Caribbean, African diaspora just means black people. If the African diaspora was more connected, Jamaicans would be sourcing, and the UK would be sourcing ackee from Jamaica, from Ghana, because of how much ackee they grow, and they don't even eat it; it just gets wasted because that's not their thing. Obviously, some of them eat it, but it's not their thing. Yeah. So now my issue with here now is the same way. For example, like I said, I'm not too educated on the house music, so what's akin, what grew out of what, where did house music grow out of from, but I knew it grew out of Caribbean influences. We've got I'm a piano, yeah. I'm a piano is very, 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 very similar to soccer. Soccer is Caribbean music. Now, one of the stages, like I said previously, how the floats should educate people on each country. The main stage should be a time capsule, a timeline of all the music and culture, and then you have individual stages focused and dedicated to one type of sound. Soccer is being one of them. There should be a soccer stage. Now, same way, morning to night. Should there be 3 hours for 3 DJs or 4 DJs, 4 hours throughout the day for I'm a piano to be played? Yes, play I'm a piano. It's a lot, like, it's welcome. It's a part of black culture. Yes, bring it down. There's a lot of Africans in there, Bristol. My statement is, we don't need an I'm a piano stage, because now that takes away from St. Paul's Carnival, because Carnival is about Caribbeans. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? In essence, I'm a piano can be played. Should there be a stage for it? No. It should be sub headlining a stage that is most akin, that has been influenced from that music. So the Amapiano stage should be a soccer stage, and then should have a segment for Amapiano. The dubstep stage should be a jungle stage and have a segment of dubstep, similar to house. Now, the way I can link this back to myself, this guy don't know what music I do. I call it trap love, which is a fusion of reggae, dancehall, lovers rock. Sorry, let's just say lovers rock, dancehall, and UK R&B and rap. Yeah, should I be? Should there be a UK rap stage? There's an argument to say, because there's a lot of UK Caribbean artists that focus and heavily stay in rooted to their culture in terms of the words they use, the type of um instruments they have used as well in their song. So there is an argument for that. But should it be throughout the whole day? No. I think if there was the way it probably would work better for myself is if we get the newer school. So we'd have a road that's playing newer school dancehall, because the newer school dancehall isn't as like gal lovey, promiscuous, focused as it once was. Is now a bit more influenced by trap music and rap music and just the gang life and stuff. Obviously, that's always been a part. Movado, Gully, Gangster for Life, Vibes Cartel, all of them thing there, yeah. So obviously, there's always been an element of it. So there's an argument to say that the UK rap artists and the UK rap music should be given a segment on one of those stages. Now, that is what my message is for Carnival. If Carnival was to be run, it would be each road has its own dedicated sound, and then it would play similar music that people still care about and like to hear as a segment on the stage. But the stage is core and foundation, should be the original music. Flipping, the main stage should be a timeline of all of the Caribbean music from morning till night, all day, be playing from the start and finish at the night with the most recent type of music, because it gets more vulgar at night time, so it makes it more sense for it to be on at night. And then the floats should be focused on all of the Caribbean culture of different countries. Now, there should be stalls and stands like there usually are for authentic Jamaican food and other Caribbean food to be served. Do you want to serve African food? Sure. Does that, um, would I say don't allow it? No, because at the end of the day, not everybody gonna want Caribbean food. Does it take away from it? Yes, but am I willing to concede to something to allow uh other people to feel included? No, like I'm willing to concede, but what I'm trying to say is that if we keep allowing Carnival to move further and further away from its core tenants, then we're not Carnival isn't gonna when we get Carnival back, it's not gonna be Carnival. It's gonna be some bullshit. Because you lot ain't done your research in regards to what they want to do with Carnival, what the council wants to do to Carnival. So I was gonna do another segment on this video about replying to some of the comments, but I'm gonna do that in another video because this one's way too long already. But thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll see you in the next one.